Oh, bless you, my little boy. Hi, guys. That was my son. I had him a year ago. He is a year and a half. A year and a half ago, he is 19 months, and he's going to be 20 months very soon. And I saw a video trending about how much they charge you for having a baby in America. I had my mom telling me that she heard someone told her that America, when you come to America, you get your baby getting taken care of. When you have a baby, you don't pay nothing. And I told her that I'm looking for that place that they're doing all those stuff because I paid a huge amount just to have my baby. For some reasons, I didn't have insurance, so everything that I went through has to be paid out of pocket, and it was ridiculous having just one baby. One baby. It wasn't twins, just one baby. Throughout the pregnancy, any appointment that I've been on, you pay out of pocket, and that was what we did throughout the pregnancy. And this is the hospital bill. The hospital bill here, this is for my epidural. They charged me $707 for epidural, and I had an induction. So induction to put, I lost some of the information, but I have some here that is worth like 20 grand in front of me. And me having my baby ended up in the NICU, so it was unexpected extra bill, which was 30,000 flat. I was sent that bill and I didn't know what to do. Just the baby going to NICU. This does not include my stay. I stayed at the hospital for 3 days, and my son stayed there for like 4 or 5 days. And just the NICU cost 30,000, and his pediatric cost $10,578. And I find it so funny when people say, oh, America, everything is free. What is free? There's nothing free here, but people make it seem like, oh, you don't have all this responsibility. I don't know where people come up with this stuff. I went through induction. I lost all that information, but I remember that my induction cost way more money, and I've seen someone making a video and talking about it. Like, having a baby in this country is not a joke, and my mom is pressing me to have another baby, but people don't understand what your situation is and what you're dealing with at the moment. They think, oh, just have the baby and get it done with. It doesn't work like that in America. Just for the baby stay in the NICU for 4 days or 5 days, it was 30 grand. He was on all these tubes that the first day that he was born, and staying just in the NICU. And I had an induction. They had to put a balloon to get me dilated because I had a C-section and they weren't going to give me medicated induction, so I have to go natural. So all this process, just the induction, took me 3 days to have the baby. So I stayed in the delivery room for 3 days. I had the baby and I stayed in the recovery room for another 3 days. So I was hospitalized for 6 days, and my baby was from when he was born, it was 4 days. So the day that I was discharged, the next day he was discharged. My bill is not even here. The baby staying in the NICU alone was 30 grand, and his pediatric was $10,000. So if you think having a baby in America is cheap, if I had insurance would have paid some of it, and I'll have to deal with some of it back. I'm here making payment because you can pay. If it was 10 grand, you just squeeze your butt and do whatever you have to do and get rid of this. 30,000 plus 10 grand. I don't know what job you're gonna do and come up with that kind of money, but this is what it is. And I've never talking about it. I've seen people talking about it. I said, this sounds so interesting. Let me talk about it. It's been a year plus since I had the baby, but I am still making payments of having a baby. So if you're thinking you want to have a baby in this country, I know you can do all sorts of stuff to get insurance, but in my case, I couldn't get insurance. I couldn't. It wasn't because of my immigration status. I couldn't get insurance because I needed something very important in my passport, and I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't get insurance. Even me paying out of pocket, I couldn't get insurance. So my situation is way different from anybody. If you have insurance, good luck. You can have a baby, and insurance will take care of some, and you can take care of the rest. But in my situation, I didn't have insurance, and I was blown away. And in the pregnancy, I had a previous miscarriage, and I'm going to be talking about it. And I went and got an IV, and that IV cost me $10,000 just for 2 hours stay in the emergency. So if you're thinking about having a baby, and if someone just told you that having a baby in America is cheap, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do your research. If you think you can get insurance, just grab it. But if you think you can get insurance, please leave it alone and deal with yourself. Don't bring a baby in this world and you're going to be suffering and paying bills and you're going to be unhappy. I'm very happy with my baby. I love my baby, so making payments is not a big deal for me. So if you're going through a similar situation, it's not just you. Any way that you can push to get insurance to have a baby, just do it. It's going to save you a long run of headache and all sorts of bills. All sorts of bills that you have to pay, from the room to if something go wrong. People plan their childbirth, but it doesn't go like that. I planned mine and it didn't go as I planned it. So I had my first baby in Africa, and he's not here with me, still in Africa. And I paid way less for C-section than I paid for vaginal birth in this country. So if you're thinking about having a baby, be prepared and make sure you have insurance so you don't have to pay out of pocket. So this is me telling my story. How much I can recall. After everything, it was over $50,000 in debt just having a baby. $50,000 in debt just having a baby. More after going through 3 days of induction and not eating, crying, whatever, to have the baby in the world. You still have to make payments. So if you're thinking about having a baby, please just tie up everything that you have, put together everything, put the whole family together so they can help you pay your hospital bills. But this is the end of the video, and if you want to know how much I paid or how I went through with the baby's birth, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to share that story. I never shared that story. I have 2 kids, and both of them are different situation that I went through to have the baby. So if you want to know about my children's childbirth, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to discuss it with you. So stay blessed and stay safe wherever you are. Don't forget that God loves you and I love you too. So bye-bye.